my God, everybody, look at that. Look at, there's something there. There's something there. Look at it. I think it's the first time a body's ever been seen in the case. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yeah, turns out that's just not the case. So there's the same YouTuber out there. I think it's Tweety Bird, whatever the hell his name is. Absolute joke of a person. But you know what? Everybody thinks, ooh, it's so interesting and fun. I wish you guys realized how disgusting the stuff that he puts out is. It's bullshit, and people believe it for some unknown reason. I mean, it's unbelievable. All right, so let's just take a look at this really quick. Let me show you what he's claiming is a person. Now, if the video was clear, you might see a person really small in the background, but he's claiming this whole area is a person. Now, if you watched my channel a few months back, we actually already analyzed this cell phone filming of Officer Snyder and viewed the thumbnails that he was looking at. And so I know what the YouTuber is putting out is completely false information. All right, now let's take a look at this. This is the 3D model that I built of the entire 1122 King Road. All right, now we're just going to go around and then up the stairs right here. And this is what Officer Snyder was doing. He came up and took some photos here. He took some photos of the couch area. And then he came over here and took a picture of where the pong table was. And then Xana Kernodle's in the room over there. All right, now let's take a look at what we're looking at. So here is Officer Snyder. He's coming up the stairs. See that? He takes a picture of that, and he took one while he was coming up the stairs. See, this right here is a thumbnail of the previous photograph. So you can see the couch in the background right there, okay? And then he goes around, and then he takes a picture that includes the corner of this wall. See how this part of the wall is darker because it's down the hallway. And then down the hallway is the door to Xana Kernodle's room. You can see it right here. So basically he's taking a photograph right here. There's that side wall that's a little darker, and Xana Kernodle's room is down there. Ethan Chapin's on a bed over in the corner, and Xana Kernodle is on the ground on top of a dark rug on the ground there. All right, so we'll go back to the video. So Officer Snyder is filming, and then after he takes a picture, the previous photo's right there. Now this, I don't know what to call this person. It's a used car salesman, true crime YouTuber. I don't know where the hell these people come from. But you see this right here? This is that area. It's a hallway here, and then that's the room opening right down there. Let's go through this slowly, frame by frame. He of course, wouldn't do that for you. It's really clear and obvious what we're looking at. And see, now he's getting ready to take another picture on the left. So look right here. This right here is the pong table. And then this right here is the railing, or I guess sort of a banister, where down to the right is are the stairs. All right, so let's take a look at the 3D model just to prove everything. So right there's a banister. Here's the hallway. There's the opening. That's the side wall. There's stuff right here. Let's go back and look at a little bit further back in this video from zoomed out. And then we can see exactly what we're looking at here. All right, so there's this little table right here, right? A glass table. And then we move forward, and let's get to this shot again. And see, that's the glass tables right there. This is the banister. That darker wall in the hallway starts right there. That's the corner. This is the pong table. This is the hallway going down, and then the opening to the room is down there. Now, Xana Kernodle is on the floor. It's incredibly blurry, but she'd be really small right here. This clown on YouTube is claiming this. All right, so first they zoom in on this and they circle that. See, they think this is the head of somebody. These are the shoulders, and that's this whole body laying in there. So this person is 25 feet tall, laying in the hallway, I mean, just huge, like the Jolly Green Giant just sitting there. Unbelievable. And then they go on to use their incredible night vision switcheroo thing, where they turn the video into night vision, which is impossible after the fact. It's a live, night vision's for filming in the dark, not after you've already filmed a daylight to switch it to night vision. I mean, it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my life. And here it is again, you know, circling. There's the head, the shoulders, and everything. Ooh, 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 it's so interesting. Oh my God, it's incredible, everybody. And then you go back to here again. I mean, I'm just showing you exactly what it is. These people invent things to get people riled up. Look right there. Banister, pong table, the little glass area where, the table there. And then we have the hallway. There's a bathroom on the left right there. Then the opening to Xana Kernodle's room is right there. And Xana Kernodle is likely on the floor right in there. We just can't see it because it's so blurry. I've gone through all the different frames and it doesn't get any clearer. These are the clearest ones right here. And of course, the individual putting out these videos isn't going to give you the clearest version. They're going to give you the version that sells their story or their car the best they can. It's really quite disgusting, and I wish more of you would recognize that. So see right there? Look at it. You can even just tell. It's obvious. When I looked at it, I could see it. So just look at this. There's the pong table, banister, hallway, and then we go back to a 360-degree image that I have. There's the banister, hallway, and then let's see. I even have some other ones where it's darker, like this one. Let's see. Let's take a look at it from this version. Yeah, so it's like this. This is just in the dark. So it'd be this wall, and then you see that's the upper part that's in the dark that he has, because it's more light in the actual living room area that is in the room. And then you see the hallway, the banister, etc. And then on my 3D version, you can walk into the room. That's where Xana was, on the ground, and then Ethan was on the bed like that. They just don't go into the room. I'm trying to figure out why it's popular now to put out information that's absolutely untrue. It seems like our society's become really sort of dependent on conspiracy theories and fake information for entertainment. And true crime isn't a joke, okay? It's a real thing, and it's really difficult currently in this environment to be able to make it in the true crime world. I've been doing this for a long time, but I never entertain the conspiracy theories, and I think that's what people want. But I'm not going to sell my soul and become a Tweety bird just for likes, views, and subs. So just in recap here, if we take a look at the video, we go back out. This is Snyder's body camera, and he's filming the house. He comes up these stairs, just like this. He takes a photograph right there, and then I think another one, and then another one of the couch. You can see it on the camera there. The previous one is in that lower right-hand corner. And then he takes a picture of down the hallway, and Xana Kernodle would be on the floor. And if this was like a 4K video, you might get more clarity in this little tiny thumbnail here. But you don't. So he took that picture, and this right here is this. He's panning over to the left, and then there's a corner wall, and then this right here is literally just the wooden hardwood floors, and then down there is the entry to the room. Now this might even be I don't know if there's a person standing in there at that point, or is that stuff on, something on the wall in the background. We don't know because we don't see the actual video, but there might be another officer in that area, observing the scene. Don't know. And then as we continue through, that's kind of the last clear shot is right there. And it just isn't what they're trying to tell you it is. That literally is a hallway. There likely is a tiny portion in that, like right around in this area right here where they're on the ground. Might be, you'd see a body if it was the full image. But it's definitely not. Oh, there's this whole head up here, and then the whole body. These are the shoulders and the legs coming over here. I mean, just look at this, you guys. It's garbage. That's what these people do. And then, to top it off, they try to trick everybody by putting in the night vision effect. Ooh, 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 everybody. Ooh, 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 look, it's night vision. Look at that, you can see more things. Look at that. Wow, 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 wow. Look at, 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 look at. It's disgusting. All right, everybody, another video debunked. We're just going to keep on doing these every time they put out bullshit. As a matter of fact, every single video that these people put out is completely false information. Maybe they sprinkle in a truth like, hey, this is Officer Snyder going up the stairs. Well, that is true. That is true that Officer Snyder is going up the stairs, and it is true that if you said that he was taking photographs up there, yes, he was. So that part is true, but the analysis is completely bogus to try to sell a narrative that they believe that their viewers want to see. I guess that's how you make it on YouTube, is you have to put out content, even if you don't believe in it, to sell to the people who want to watch it. I am not going to do that, all right? So thank you all very much for watching the video. Another one bites the dust. Boom! Thank you very much for watching, and if you could hit that like button, that would be great. Share the video and subscribe, and as I always say, until next time, be safe out there.